Would you say that she was your first love? So 98 to 99 is like almost your introduction when you released the 12-inch for Them Grits and Shit Is Hot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And those two records actually came from the album that you were making with Jean Grae.
Yeah. Well, she produced, I always say she did the whole shit, but she did like 90% of it. Mr.
Mm.
Sinister from the Executioners did a track, and my man OT did a track, but she did like 90% of it. It never came out, but
Is there a reason for that?
couple. A things started to shift as far as the production, like how she was produced. Like, this is a lot of the reason why I won't release it now, is because as dope as the production was, so like she made the beats on the EPS 16 and the ASR 10, and I learned by watching her how to do it. But some of those sounds are kind of premature, like not premature, but kind of outdated. So around that time, like 99, 2000, like around that period of time, it started to sound kind of outdated because things started to kind of change. And I was already like kind of working with different producers. I started working with Knots. I was working with Dirty Swift from Midi Mafia, shit like that. And she had left. She had left the crew anyway. So,
Mm.
you know.
But you guys were really close. I mean, like you guys were in an actual relationship at one point, right? For a very long time.
Yeah, we were we were we were best friends, and it was wild, man. We hung out a lot. I was at the time, I had never met a girl who did what she did. Like, I could see how male MCs would fall in love with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was dumb nice, and you know what I'm saying? So we was real cool. We ended up getting cool, and one thing led to another. Some people say us getting together is what tore making records apart. Oh, I'm working on an audio book about my life, and I'll have all that about my career and all that. It's a doozy, and there's gonna be I'm gonna go into all that in there, but um we end up getting together, and in the underground, we was pretty much J and B. You can ask anybody who was there. Like anybody who was there and would come out to the events and the venues and see us perform, like they knew what it was. Like, um, I ain't really had no problems like niggas trying to get at her while we was together and shit like that. Like, it wasn't like that. And we was together for probably about a year and a half. About a year and a half.
How would you describe her as a person during that time period?
Um, Conflicted, you know. I think I think that the most talented people are the most troubled. You know, I believe that because she used to drink a lot, and I never seen no I ain't seen men drink like her. like dust off a whole fifth for Dolo, Baca. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a beast. And a lot of that is to ease the pain. It's a lot. It's a lot there with her. And being so talented, it's a lot of pressure. Like look at Kanye. Look at Most. Like it starts to do something. You know, to you. Some people I've heard some people say that she's not the best person to be around. Like I've heard some people say that. Recently, somebody just told me that randomly. I'm like, okay, well, but again, like we were saying earlier, I like to get into the psychology of things. I always been like that. So I understand. Because also that was my shorty at the time. So I knew what was going on with her internally and with her family and things like that. Like I knew. So I understood what was going on with her. And being very talented, that's a gift and a curse, man. She ain't really want this. You see from what I hear, she don't rap no more. I heard she got married and she don't rap no more. Um, she ain't really like the attention. She didn't. She didn't really like people wanting to talk to her. She don't like people.
Mm. Would you say that she was your first love?
No. But
But you
probably
guys were serious though.
yeah. Probably the first uh with a rapper, like
Got you.
somebody who did what I did. Like you know what I'm saying?
So what ultimately ended things between you guys?
I'm I'm gonna tell the story. Well, we after a while, our personalities, you know, she's an alpha. I'm an alpha. It's not it's not really going rock. So her and I, let's just say we we went at it and that was it. Um Years later, we spoke about it and you know, gutted it like whatever. Last time I saw her was PH's funeral,
Right.
and wish her the best.
What were you going through personally during that time that you feel impacted that relationship?
What was I going through? I don't know. I think we were both trying to figure ourselves out as artists too. Um, I think that I'm gonna keep it 100. The person that you see, I'm talking about Jean Grae with the tattoos and all that. That's not the person I met. I met what had the head wrap on. That's who I met with natural resource. That's who I met. Um, that hard shit started coming after I came around. Right? I'm just saying. You know. Um, I think I inspired it like that direction because we used to talk a lot about music. We had a lot of respect for each other's craft, yo. You know, like it went further than all of that. And we would really try to better each other as artists. Like come up with ways that we could better each other as artists. The whole clique. Yeah, man. So I mean, I think we were really focusing on getting better as artists because both of us had the potential to do really, really big things. I went on and got my deal a year or two after with Warner Brothers. She went on to be probably one of the greatest female MCs ever. Like you know what I'm saying? So who knows, man?
Because I imagine, right, during that time period, you're experiencing something brand new now, working on music, developing as an artist, meeting all these people, all these creatives. There's so much going on from that perspective. And at the same time, you're trying to juggle a relationship too. And sometimes people just grow apart.
Yeah.
They want different things and it could become complicated.
Plus, yo, man, I was cheating on her too. There was chicks coming to the house, to the Mickey Mansion. I had PH in them. PH in them was trying to run plays for me to try to intercept Shorty at the door before because the studio all the way upstairs. Yo, I'm gonna tell you a story, yo, true story. There was this girl, right? She lived, I forgot her name. It started with a K, but she lived around the corner on Washington, near Washington and Fulton, near there, right? Bruh. But she was like 5 feet, really looked like Nia Long, was fire, right? Now I'm a young nigga, son. Like I'm like 23, 20, like 23. I end up bagging her or whatever, and we hang out or whatever. Now, Shorty used to fuck with the hustlers in Brooklyn. Like the niggas from like LG and Atlantic Terminals, like World and Nut. She knew Nut. Like when Nut got killed outside of Speed, she was one of them that was crying. Like she knew that nigga. The rest in peace, Nut. Like she was mixed up with them, like Little Kim and all of them, right? So one day, we in the studio. It's me, Gene, PH up in the studio. My man Jim Nice. Fuck you, Jim Nice, for doing this. That's fucked up. This nigga Jim Nice. No, because he did this shit to me 2 times. 2 times. This nigga Jim Nice is in the living room. The girl Kay just pops up to the crib, rings the doorbell, ding dong. Now we in the stew, all the way upstairs, so we don't hear the doorbell, right? Music bumping, whatever, whatever. This nigga Jim was an asshole, bro. Like he's like this. He went downstairs, opened the door. She was like, "Yo, was Seed here?" This nigga says, "Sure, hold on." He goes upstairs, knows I'm up in the studio with Shorty. He goes upstairs and he's like, "Yo, Seed, there's a girl downstairs for you at the door." I'm like, "What? Like, nigga, why would you do this? Why would you do that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, he was an asshole, son. So it got funky, son. Gene came downstairs. Shorty was downstairs. And like I had to keep them apart or whatever. Gene was gonna wash her. So the girl, she's walking up Clinton, going back towards where she lived. I'm like, fuck, this is crazy. I'll never forget this scene in my head, bro. Gene was sitting on the curb crying, and the nigga PH, because they was like brother and sister, son. We was a crew, but she felt the way because the crew knew I was doing what I was doing, and they was letting that shit rock as she should. Like as I'm older, I understand it, but you know, I was a kid. Like you know what I'm saying. My boys is gonna hold me down, and they seeing her, they saying calling her sis and all this. You know what I mean? But on the same note, trying to hold me down. You feel me? So he's trying to console her, whatever. She ain't talking to me. She's sitting on the curb. P sitting on the curb next to her, got his arm around her. They talking or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, man, this is crazy. What the fuck? Why this bitch don't do the crib? You know what I'm saying? True story, bro. So it was a lot of that. I was on my young, fresh and fly shit. I was nice. I thought I was gonna go somewhere. Um, when you young, I really don't think young people should be having serious relationships like that. Like to be honest, that's just my personal opinion. They don't.
Not unless you're mature, you know, like
Yeah,
really mature and know what you want.
yeah,
But you know they gonna roast you in the comments for not leading with the fact that you was cheating on her first. When
yeah.
I
I mean,
asked you, why'd
you
you guys
know,
break up?
you know. But I mean, but it was a few. Like it was more than that. Like it was more than that. Like that's just a little microcosm of it. Like our personalities was wild. Like it was crazy. It started to get crazy. Us in the same room, like our conversation was different. Like you know what I mean? Like it was deep. Like because if we're gonna talk about psychology, if I was the lawyer, if me today was my lawyer for my 23-year-old self, Panda, you know what I was saying? Yo, she pushed him there by her ways and actions, made him look for that gentle touch from the girl that started with a K from up the block.
Yeah, but then her lawyer is gonna argue you should have just
Why
broken
you gotta
off
be her
then.
lawyer? No,
Because
you're right.
in
You're
the
right.
comments,
Before you even say it, you're right. I know. I'm just trolling.
right,
I'm trolling. I'm trolling.
right, right.
I'm trolling. Don't roast me in the comments. I'm playing.
The very few female fans that even watch my channel for underground hip hop gonna be like, "How you gonna let him just be up there and say that he
Yeah,
was cheating
yeah,
on her?
yeah.
You ain't say it was wrong."
And then
You
it's
know,
her.
like,
And then it's her
yeah,
at that. Like you know what I'm
right.
saying? But you know what? Yo, man, I'm a grown man. Like I can laugh about it and take accountability, bro. I got many stories of myself as a child. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me into who I am now. Like yeah, I had to go through it. I had to, bro. I had to. And I learned everything that I needed to learn. And I wouldn't trade that time for nothing in the world. I wouldn't trade how it ended, how none of that, none of that. The people that was around, none of that. I needed that. I needed that made bad seed, bro. A lot of that because that house, I got my work ethic in that house. You know what I mean? Like, bro, niggas that come to the crib just to visit, they can't leave. I would not let you leave unless you heard my new song because I had a new song. Facts. I
Shout
had
out
a new song.
to shout out to Gene and
Yeah,
everybody
shout out to
involved
her.
and everything, man.
Shout out to her. Super dope. Super dope.